Hello, ladies and gentlemen. It's the Bat Brand, and welcome back to my vlogs, aka me being depressed for the next 15 to 20 minutes. How do I put this? I'm really hurt. Uh, my emotions are all over the place right now. You guys probably see the title as you're clicking into this, as you're coming in the chat. But I hope you guys are all having an excellent Sunday. And I just thought I'd get on here to basically recap NFL Wildcard weekend and about how I'm done with the NFL. I swear to God, if the Patriots make it to the Super Bowl again this year, and the Eagles do, I am going to literally go nuts. I'm probably... Hey, Clint. How's it going? I may go nuts. Because the NFL is so rigged, it's not even funny anymore. Mark my words. Look back at this video. In 2 weeks' time, we're going to be saying the Eagles and the Patriots. The Eagles and the Patriots are back in a Super Bowl again. The rematch. Guarantee that's what happens. Guarantee. And if it does, I'm done with the NFL. Completely. I will go on hiatus, and I will boycott it until they change it. If it happens. If not, then I'm not going to. If I don't, whatever. But please, somebody upset the Patriots and the Eagles. Please. Heck, I don't even care if the Cowboys make it to the Super Bowl, but just somebody. Somebody. Just don't let it happen. I mean, I want to get into the recap of the games because I'm just all over the place, but I'll get into the one that really ticks me off. The Bears game. Bears lost by 1 freaking point. As if that wasn't enough, I lost my fantasy football championship by 1 point, and that's just, that freaking 1 point haunts me. It's like a nightmare that I can't escape from. That 1 point, everywhere I go, even my team loses by a point. I thought 2019 was going to be different. I thought 2019 was going to be a new year without mediocrity, and coming up short, getting my hopes up, and nothing has changed so far. I just don't know what to do anymore. I guess maybe I should root for my AFC team, the Chargers, because I got nothing else to really cheer for anymore. Or I could just wait for the baseball season to start, and then I can be happy about mediocrity of my baseball team, the New York Mets. This team, I swear to God, we do all this work to get there. First year, and then... First of all, why is Cody Park even on the team anymore? This kicker freaking sucks. We've sucked with kickers since we got rid of Robbie Gould. Why did we cut Robbie Gould? Why? One of the best kickers of all time, one of my favorite kickers in the league, and we let him walk. For who? So we upgraded? Who did we upgrade to? Sam Finkel, the return? The return of Sam Finkel? Basically, if Sam Finkel was a real stinking person? And the sad part is, he can't resist hitting the crossbar. Do you know how many field goals he's hit off the crossbar this year? 5 of his 12 or 11 misses. I'm sorry, he hasn't missed as many as Boswell. But 11. If he doesn't get cut at the end of the season, I'm going to be royally pissed. I'll just say it right now. But Bears lost 16-15. But I'll be honest. It's I should, after thinking about it, I shouldn't be so mad. It's year one, with a new coach. Sky's the limit. The Rams, same thing happened with them. They lost in the first weekend. They were in the playoffs as well. And now this year they're back in the playoffs and looking like they could possibly go to the Super Bowl. They're going to have it tough with the Cowboys this week, but still, they're one of the top 2 seeds, and the sky's the limit for them. So maybe we could possibly do that this year. And I'll say this too: I'm not going to put any of the blame. Hey, how's it going, Stacks? And I'll be honest, I'm not really putting it on Trubisky because he had a good game. It wasn't his fault. He actually threw the ball really well. He didn't turn the ball over. So you can't say, if you're a Bears fan, it was on Trubisky. You can't. And it was our defensive faults, too. We could have stopped them. We had the number 1 ranked defense, but we got turnovers. They did what they needed to do. No defense is going to stop an offense all game long. It's not going to happen. It just isn't going to happen at all. Even the Cowboys defense, as good as they are, they shut down the Seahawks for the first half or so. And then the Seattle's offense came alive. But still, at the end of the day, you can't, it's a team effort. It isn't just Cody Parkey's fault. It shouldn't have came down to that kick. But that catch, as a ref, the refs helped Eagles win that game. First things first, I've never ever seen a call the way I've seen that call. It was a heck of a game, though, too. Don't get me wrong. I've never seen a call like I saw that call in this first half where Anthony Miller caught the ball, and it was definitely a catch. He declared himself as a runner, and it fumbled, and no one picked up the ball, and the refs just wussied out and said, call stands, it's incomplete. Really? When everyone in the stadium, including the announcers and the analyst, who's been an official for over 20-some years, says that should be a catch and a fumble, but no one picked up the fumble, so it would go back to the Bears. That is the most controversial call in playoff history. Should not, even more controversial than the Tuck rule. I guarantee at the end of this year they will make a ruling for it. They will. But if they did that and they gave them, they would have scored a touchdown on that drive. We wouldn't even have had this conversation. Bears would have won. Bears would have won by a point. They would have won, and they would have moved on. Eagles don't stand a chance next week. Let me just say that right now. Eagles are going to get pummeled. New Orleans is going to run all over that Eagle rear. And it is going to make me laugh. And I can't wait for that game because it's going to be sweet, sweet revenge if you're a Bears fan. I just can't wait. And then Dallas is facing the Rams. that can go either way. Who knows? But Dallas won their game on Saturday night. The Seattle Seahawks 24-22. It was a good game, all in all, but Dak Prescott was the one that led him in the end and scored the winning touchdown, which, I'll be honest, there has been some really bad calls in these playoffs. That Dak Prescott final touchdown should not have been a touchdown. He should have been down. Yes, they still would have scored then the next play or next drive because they still had a first down. And they would have been at the one. It would have been easy to punch it in. But that shouldn't have been a call. That should not have been a non-touchdown. There's been some really bad calls in these playoffs, and I know it's going to happen. It's all setting up perfectly for the refs. The refs have been terrible this year. Absolutely freaking terrible. And they have helped teams lose, and they have cost teams wins. And, like, yesterday, they cost Seattle a win. They did. They did. Or they didn't call. Yeah, they did. Basically, they could have. Because who knows what would have happened. They didn't call that a touchdown, and then if turnover would have happened, Seattle would have won. And then Chicago tonight, they cost them a win with the bad call about the catch and the fumble. I mean, granted, that one drive where Philly scored and was Prince Amukamore's fault. I can't wait to say goodbye to him. An ex-Giant should never be a corner on this team. And Jaguar, he can go screw himself. And first of all, a guy named for the first name Prince should never be a corner. He's just he cost us that touchdown drive. If that wouldn't have happened, because it was 4th down on that drive, we got that penalty, which the helmet to helmet, that was Amos's fault. And no need for that at all. Then the 12 men on the field, that should have never happened. And then the unsportsmanlike conduct. Or not the unsportsmanlike conduct, the pass interference, which that pass interference happened on a 4th down. Or a 3rd down. I'm sorry. We stopped them 2 times on that drive. They took the lead. The first time they took the lead. This team, I mean, and I know they'll be back. They'll be back to the playoffs, but as a Bears fan, I'm not so sure. Because they have this really good season, and something really bad happens, and then they go back into hibernation, and they suck for the next 4 or 5 years. Now, unless the division does something drastically and changes, the Bears may control that division and win that division for the next 3-4 years. I don't know. But, and they could be on the way up like the Rams are and all that stuff, and like the Rams are, and each year improving. And I hope that's the case. But a part of me, as a Bears fan, and knowing the mediocrity that they go through every single year, they're going to suck. I hope they don't go back to sucking. But I'm still a Bears fan to die, but this one really hurts. Like, really hurts. Like, when he missed that kick, I fell down basically to my knees and wanted to cry. Because that's how much emotion I was invested in the season. But I need to get my mind off. I'm not just here to talk about the Bears game. I want to talk about the other games too. And the upset of the week was Houston getting their butts whooped against Indy. Probably the hottest team in the playoffs right now. 21-7. The Indy ran all over them and didn't look back. Marlon Mack attack ran all over him and made it look like child's play. Made J.J. Watt look like a 4th grader. Made them look terrible. And absolutely demolished them. And honestly, this is the best team in the left in the playoffs, I think. Well, out of all they have the most momentum right now. They could really upset. I wouldn't be surprised if the Colts upset the Chiefs next week. Now, they're probably not going to do it. But, I mean, Chiefs, the Arrowhead's the toughest place to play in the league. But, I still say the championships are going to be Saints, Cowboys. Or not Saints. Yeah, Saints, Cowboys, and Chargers, Chiefs. And the Chargers are going to beat the Chiefs and upset the Chiefs for a second time and go to the Super Bowl against the Saints. And it's going to be Saints-Chargers Super Bowl. I still say that. So my Super Bowl pick is still there. The last game I really wanted to talk about was the Ravens and Chargers, which the Chargers were absolutely pummeling them until the 4th quarter. I really thought we were going to have a miraculous comeback where Lamar Jackson literally led them with 9 minutes left. They were down 23-3, I believe. And with 9 minutes left, he brought them the whole way back, and they almost won the football game. This Lamar Jackson kid is special. But the sad part is, I mean, Harbaugh was right in his at first, I didn't see he was right in his decision in benching Jackson and putting in Flacco. But then the fourth quarter rolled around, and he went on this miraculous comeback. And then I realized this is why Harbaugh left him in. This is why Harbaugh trusted Jackson. And this is why he gave him the job. So, even though the Ravens lost too, they're going to be they're going to be a force in the AFC for several years. But the only sad part for really is Ravens and the Bears, two of the best defenses in this playoffs, gone. The only good defense left is the Cowboys. The only good defense. Well, the Chargers too. The Chargers demolished though the Ravens. 7 sacks, 3 forced fumbles. Actually, more than that. I think they forced like 4 or 5. And Tom Brady, they're coming for your butt next. They are coming for you. If I was Tom Brady, I would be scared to death. Because what they did to the Ravens. A running quarterback. And not just a regular quarterback sit in the pocket and do nothing. I'm talking about a quarterback that runs around. Okay? I mean, granted, he doesn't hold on to the ball very well. Lamar Jackson don't. And Tom Brady will probably hold on to the ball much better than Lamar Jackson. But Tom Brady is a pocket passer. And you think they got 7 sacks on the Ravens? And forced like 5 fumbles? Do you understand what they're and picked them off once or twice? Do you realize what they're probably going to do to Tom Brady next week? If this defense rides the momentum? It's possible. I think it's going to be a shootout, though. It's going to be a classic Chargers-Patriots rivalry matchup. And I got the Patriots losing. Chargers winning them, upsetting them, and then the Patriots, the end of the dynasty. They're going to have to rebuild. I think this will be it for Gronk, Brady. I think they're going to be upset, and it's going to be bad. Something's bad going to happen, and there's going to be some controversy. They're going to split up. Or, I'm wrong and they end up winning and going straight to the Super Bowl again because they're the stupid freaking Patriots. I just really hope that don't happen again. Then you got the Chiefs. Now I think the easiest road left of any team now because they basically have it kind of lax. They have to play the 6-seeded Colts, who much better than having to play Houston or Baltimore or the Chargers, in my mind. So they would be very sunk if they would have had to play the Chargers. So now they basically get the Colts, who is a much easier team to play than Chargers, and I can see that game going to a shootout. But the Colts defense has been really, really good so far. I wouldn't be amazed if I see another upset. But can this be the team? We always see a team every year in the playoffs that kind of surprises you. At least one of the 2 teams from the playoffs the last couple years, they snuck in and have surprised us and made us to the Super Bowl. Is the Colts that team? They may be. Now, I want to be amazed if the Chiefs just demolish them and go straight to the Super Bowl. Which, if they do with Mahomes, would be pretty impressive. I kind of want the Chiefs to win the Super Bowl just because I want Andy Reid to finally win one. He's been at the Super Bowl so many times, and he's never won one. I think he won one with the Packers the one year he was assistant for Mike Holmgren. But every year, he's never won as a head coach. And I just feel for the guy. I want him to finally win one. But in a good world, in a great world, I'd want to see the Chiefs versus the Rams, just to see that high-scoring matchup again. But I still think it's going to be Chargers and Saints. Chargers and Saints, or Chiefs and Saints. Because the Chargers are going to definitely upset the Patriots. And the Chiefs are going to definitely beat the Colts. Now, the Rams playing the Cowboys, I don't know, but I think I'm going to go... I'll go Cowboys. Just because, they're playing with momentum. Saints are going to demolish the Eagles. And I'm going to laugh every single second. And then we got the Saints, Cowboys. Saints beating the Cowboys, getting their revenge on them. Cowboys having a good run. A run they shouldn't have been on, but they'll make it. And then the Chiefs and Chargers. And I have the Chargers beating the Chiefs. So, and then to win it all, I'm going to give it to the Chargers. I'm going to give it to the Chargers. Finally getting that Super Bowl. Phillip Rivers finally getting that Super Bowl. Because he's the only one out of the draft class that has never won one. Just knowing the fact that he's finally won one, and he's, out of that draft class, and he's finally won one. Making it the best quarterback class of all time. Cowboys versus Patriots. I'm telling you right now, Clint, if that happens, I may check out. I may straight check out. I mean, if anybody gets in, I could see the Cowboys upsetting the Saints and Rams. But it's going to be like a gauntlet getting through both of them. And in the AFC, it's literally anybody, but it's not going to be the Patriots. It's not going to be the Patriots. I could see Chargers, Cowboys, Chargers, Chiefs. Heck, the Cowboys and Colts could even happen at this point. Who knows? If the Colts, I'll tell you right now, if the Colts get through the Chiefs and the Chargers do business against the Patriots, Chargers literally will have it so easy to make it to the Super Bowl. So easy. But I can see the Colts with all the momentum and surprising everybody and making it in. But this is all the time I have for this review and preview for the divisional round. Thank you guys for watching. I am still a little sore about the Bears game, but I think I'll get over it. Is it baseball season yet? I just need something to get my mind off of it. I just need another sport to just oh, look, this is happening. But hey, my Magic is doing okay. Whatever. All right, guys. I'll see you guys in the next one. So please, if you guys are new, please feel free to subscribe. If you like this, please go ahead and hit that like, comment, and subscribe if you haven't already. I'll see you guys later. Stay awesome, my Dark Knights.